Welcome back once again to the DropBearGamers community podcast. It's the 5th of May 2016 and I'm Phoogle, your host. Tonight we'll be looking at Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Joining me tonight we have Eastern Xanatos.
Howdy.
We have Occurred Elk.
What's up?
We have Risott0.
Yo.
It's Reebelt OK.
Hello.
And Demonslug.
Hi.
Awesome. Alright, so myself, I don't really play that much Counter-Strike Go. I know a few things, but I guess myself and Reebelt don't. So for the boys that do, we'll start with Eastern, I guess. Could you give us a bit of a basic rundown of Counter-Strike?
Well, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. There's obviously three variants of the games, the others being Source and the original. Is a game based on two teams of 5-man. And counter-terrorists and terrorists. So the terrorists' objective is to plant the bomb on bomb defuse missions. Plant the bomb at certain sites. The CT's objective is to stop them planting the bomb, or, if they plant the bomb, to defuse it in time. The alternative is to obviously eliminate all enemy players.
So it's a bit like a team deathmatch style as well.
Sort of. It's more a tactical base shooter. So where you are matters. Grenades really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Running and spraying is crap.
So don't play like Call of Duty.
Yeah, no, literally. Like if you play Call of Duty, stick to playing Call of Duty.
Fair enough.
It's the safest way.
Fair enough.
The other gameplay of hostage rescue, it's fairly straightforward. T's defend hostages, CT's try and rescue them.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so maybe it's a question that Demonslug can answer for us. So you've got 5-man and 5-man, so that would be your competitive scene, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can you play other modes? Is there other modes of gaming?
They've got one called Arms Race, which is kind of like, like gun game, which is basically you start off with I think you start off with the AKs or the heavy weapon guns.
Yep.
It may be the other way around.
No, I think yeah, actually I've played that one. I think it starts with like Mac 10, like so the little SMGs, right?
Yeah, the SMGs, then it works its way up to the
Yeah.
AKs and the AUGs.
The heavy
and
machine guns, and then
Yeah.
back
Shotguns.
down to shotties, and then pistols.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So it sort of starts hard, gets easier, then gets really hard at the end, right?
And
Yeah,
then
so basically
knife last,
every kill you go up a gun until you get down to like the harder weapons, and then you get down to a knife kill at the end and you win the game.
Okay.
If you get the knife kill before someone else does.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyone others you can think of?
There's also the Demolition, which is
yeah.
also like a mini version of an actual casual or competitive game.
Okay.
Which 5v5, same thing, except you don't take it seriously, but you've got the maps are probably 3 times as small than a normal size
Oh,
map.
okay. I didn't know that.
one site, so not
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's like a capture the base in the center of the map instead of capture the flag of sorts.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
either way, you can plant the bomb, or you can. I think it's actually only plant the bomb, from what I remember,
Yep.
on those maps. Yeah.
Cool.
It is kill the enemy team as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
There's
kill
always
the
kill
team.
the enemy.
There's no
Yeah.
hostage maps, is what I think he's.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no hostage maps. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Because I remember back Counter-Strike like 1.6, there was a lot of hostage maps. But yeah,
There's
no,
a few, but not many.
not many. Yeah.
on the
Right.
active duty.
Yeah, not in the active duty.
Yeah, there's none active.
Cool. Alright, so I guess Reebelt, one of your questions while we were off stream was about the different types of guns. So maybe Occurred Elk, do you want to run us through the basic different types of guns?
Well, there's your 3 standard rifles, which is the AK, M4A1S, which is the silenced version, and then there's the A4,
Mhm.
which has 10 more bullets, but not silenced.
Yep.
There's your main sniper rifle, which is the AWP,
Okay.
which is a 1 shot to the chest, 2 shots to the leg. Your dumb machine guns, depends on what you want to use it for. They're pretty versatile. Your Mac 10s and your MP9s are for money gathering, really. So first and second round. And then your P90s full buy rounds if you're low on money.
Okay. So you've got shotguns and you've got pistols as well?
Yeah, shotguns and pistols. Shotguns, most maps aren't very viable.
Okay.
Probably the best map was Inferno, which just got taken out of the active duty.
Yep.
But pistols, all the pistols are really decent, except for the R8. Nobody loves it.
I actually have a sneaking suspicion there's someone else in this call that might disagree with you.
No,
No, I don't disagree at all. No, I don't have a stat track one. No.
Nah, not at all. All the pistols are good. The USPS and the P2000 and the Glock are only effective on the first round when there's no head armor.
Yep.
They do no damage against armor, so it's like shooting through a wall every time you're trying to hit someone in the chest.
Yep.
So other than that, pistols are pretty cheap, easy way to get kills if you're low on money.
Okay.
And accurate.
Yes, very accurate.
Cool. I guess the next thing we could talk about would be how the damage, because you said that different shots in different places did different damage. So you said like the AWP was a 2 shot to the legs, 1 shot to the chest, correct?
Yes.
Beautiful. So Risott0, do you want to run us through a bit of damage?
Okay, well I've got the statistics with me, so I'm not accurate. So there's 4 different places you can hit that will do different damage. Obviously you want to be aiming for the head, that does 4 times the damage, or 400%. So that's a lot of weapons will, without head armor, will 1 kill you with a headshot. Chest and the arms, your standard 1 times do your normal damage. The stomach is 125%, or 1.25 times. So you do a little bit more damage if you hit them in the lower body. And the legs, where you don't want to be aiming in any circumstances, deal 25% less damage than normal, or times 0.75. And yeah, they just do less damage, and don't want to be shooting them in the toes.
Yeah.
So obviously that's not going to hurt.
Don't walk around a corner looking at the ground. Is what you're trying to tell me?
Definitely not.
Beautiful. What else can you think of? Anything else, Reebelt, that you might sort of want to know? Not being a CS:GO player yourself.
Like, how does the main thing is, like, it's pretty daunting coming into this kind of game, like leveling. Like, how long does it take to level your account? Like, what kind of experience? Like, is it something like 1,000 games, or?
It depends on what you mean by leveling, because there's 2 level systems now. There's your rank, which goes from 1 to 40, and then you can prestige. Wonder where they got that from.
No idea where they got that.
Nah, no idea. Back down to level 1, and then back up to 40. But the only reason why they brought that in was to stop Smurfs and hackers as much.
Okay.
Because you got to hit level 3 before you can do any 6 now.
The 6?
Yep, 6.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, right.
I don't know that either.
Before you, so is that before you can play competitive? Yeah.
Yeah, that's before you can play competitive, and you have to play either casual, deathmatch, arms race, or demolition. So all the non-active duty games.
Yeah. Before you can get into the competitive sort of thing. So it's much like in League of Legends, which we talked about on the last podcast. How you've got it to level 30 before you can play in ranked.
Yeah.
Same concept.
And then aren't you've also got to then obtain your competitive rank, and isn't it 2 competitive games a day or something like that?
Yep, 2 a day. So you can get 24 hours between.
Oh, that's 2 wins, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 wins. So you can play as many games as you want. If you keep losing, you can keep playing. But if you win 2 in a row, they don't let you play for 24 hours while it calculates the new rank that you should be in.
Okay. So is that only when you first do it, or is it every day you can only play 2 competitive matches?
No, that's only when you first do it. When you win 10 games,
yeah,
over a week, you win 10 games, you get your rank. You can play as much as you want.
Okay, that's really cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. The only reason they do it is so it's fair play, really.
Yep.
If you're doing amazingly well and you're unranked, you're going to be put higher. If you're doing not so well, you still win or lose, you'll be put lower into your own rank, so everyone actually gets to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
So
Well,
if
that makes perfect sense. You know,
if
you
take
don't want
100 rounds
unbalanced
and get
games.
10 wins, it will put you in silver. So,
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Reebelt?
Not too much. I haven't really explored the game that much. Maybe like the gifting system.
the pay to
very-
look pretty.
Yeah.
Pay
maybe
look pretty.
let's let
So,
you
well,
know.
yeah, there you go. There's a perfect little topic to go into, isn't it? Because you've got, I guess it's like skins in League. You quite literally pay to look pretty. So the guns. I remember Easton gave me a heap of skins a couple months ago. Oh, this would have been a year ago now. On random guns, and I thought maybe they make the gun work better, but no, I was wrong.
No, that clearly improves your skill. Out
Oh,
of
definitely.
Absolutely.
Get
And
that
the more
knife,
expensive
gonna
your
get that
knife,
Mhm.
Yeah.
probably the more you've stolen your mother's credit card.
Ah, right.
It's also a war tactic, isn't it? Like the better your gun looks, like the more scared the other team are.
intimidation
The more
factor.
Inti-
skills
yeah,
you meant
yeah.
for.
I would say
Ah.
them dying to a Zeus is pretty intimidating.
Yeah, and there's can you get skins for Zeus's?
No, unfortunately no.
Oh,
When
there
they
you go.
release that, I will be the first to let everyone know.
Nice.
It's
Alright.
like when you come up against a skinned fiddlesticks, you just like know that they just spam fiddlesticks.
Yeah, it's like, well, for example, like I have maybe 6 skins in total, and they're only on the champions I play a lot. So, whereas CS:GO, you get skins fairly regularly, correct?
Yeah,
Cheap
You can get cheap skins very easily.
You
So
can get skins dropped in game. There's a very rare chance you can get really expensive skins
one.
dropped in
They
game.
would
which you
Okay.
cannot
never
get.
be as good as unboxing
Coming from a
though.
case,
The
yeah.
ones that you unbox.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, there's
Worth.
like I think it's to the 10th decimal place of getting a Dragon Lore on Cobblestone.
Yeah, people have actually got
Yeah,
Dragon Lore
it's
drops in
like a
game.
competitive endgame drop.
It
Okay.
makes them more valuable anyway, because you can. I'm not sure which website, but you can actually tell if they've been dropped in game or traded up to.
yeah. Oh,
And
that's
Dragon
that's
Ball's
pretty
one
cool.
of the most expensive I think it's out there at the moment. I don't
Yeah.
know if
I
there's
think
any
aside
other.
from knives, most extensive gun skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, no. And it
yeah,
varies in prices.
I think
between-
it's the.
I think it's like 800
That-
to a few
it's
thousand.
the M4 is the one that's the most expensive. The
No,
Griffin.
I think it's the stat track.
Oh, the HAL. The
No,
the HAL.
Infrared
No, I
for
think
HAL.
it's the stat
The one
track
that got banned.
AK-47
HAL.
factory new case hardened in the scar pattern, which is over $30,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah, right.
It's so ultimately rare.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's just stupid.
You're talking words that I don't understand, but that's perfectly fine.
Lots and lots of money and time and
Yeah,
effort.
$30,000.
Yeah, for a skin to make your gun look better in a game where it doesn't actually make your gun work any better.
Yeah.
Nice, great economy.
Doesn't even
Cost
look that good.
$30,000. The
Yeah.
skin, probably person who got it probably spent what $500,000 opening cases.
No,
Keep going.
More than
the
that.
likelihood, yeah.
Getting close to
It
those,
was
If it's like a 5% return,
Yeah.
you times
Yeah.
it by 20.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, so the other thing we were talking about, so you talked about damage, getting hit in different places does different damage. So first round you'd be running around with pistols, and you said armor is one of the things that changes. So second round you buy armor or whatever. I don't know how your economy works just yet, but so how does the armor work? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
on a pistol round, so the first round, you have a limited amount of money. So, in terms of the game, armor has 2 versions. You can buy just body armor, which will cover up your chest, arms, and lower body, which will reduce the damage given to them when shot in that area, but your legs and head are still exposed.
Yeah.
To normal damage. Then for an extra, so that's $650 in game.
Yeah.
And then for an extra $350, you can get a helmet as well,
Yeah.
which reduces damage and makes most weapons not able to kill you one hit to the head.
Yeah.
But on the pistol round, that you can't obviously buy that, so that's where the starting pistols are more useful. You can get, with
You
the
know, 1 or 2
USPs,
shots to a head
Yeah.
or something. Yeah. Okay.
the CT pistols are pretty much from most distances in the game, you'll get one shot to the head.
Yeah.
The T pistol is you have to be a little bit closer to get a one shot. I think it's like
still quite
reasonably
far on
close.
with no
It's
armor.
like with no head armor, you can
About
get
15 meters.
Yeah, that's probably
in
about
game.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with the CTs, it's all the way across the map,
Yeah.
pretty much. But and then later in the game, when you obviously have enough money to buy the head armor, the only weapons that can one tap you to the head are the main terrorist rifle, the AK-47,
The SG.
And the
all sniper rifles. There's a scope CT rifle called the Orb, which like you had to be standing, you had to put the gun in their mouth to
do
get
it.
to one shot.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's pretty
And
much
the
not gonna one tap.
SG's about the same effective range as the Glock
Yeah.
for a single
Yeah.
shot.
So 15 to
I think
16
so,
meters or
although
something.
The SG ignores
Close
armor
enough.
fully, so-
It does ignore armor, but its accurate range is massively reduced to penetration.
Wait,
so-
it ignores armor? I know what
Yeah,
gun
it's
I'll
got-
be using more often.
yeah, it's got a very high penetration rate.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's
It's
like
100%
another mechanic in
penetration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is attached to most guns. Some have higher penetration through armor, some have
Yep.
low penetration, so you do less damage or more damage.
Okay.
And it varies on the guns. a
And
lot.
obviously, like you said, distance makes a difference as well.
Yep.
Yes.
Huge. Well, not so much. It's more so effective range. So you may be aimed precisely at the head, but this is not Call of Duty. It actually effective range means how accurate the gun is at distance.
Okay.
So say if it's 15 meters, it means that that gun is accurate to 15 meters to hit a 30 centimeter dinner plate at that range.
Okay.
And then as it gets further, the bullet dispersion gets greater, so your
Has an
your
effect.
bullet may go stray. So
Yeah, no, I understand that. Okay, that makes sense.
Accuracy kill. No.
So, for example, I remember one of the things from Counter-Strike, the old style, was when you'd run around and you buy armor, and halfway through the round, you've survived the round, but you got shot twice, and you're on 70% armor. So there's a percentage on the armor rating, right?
Yep.
Does it make any difference if you go into the next round on 70% or 100%?
It does. I think it's at 63%. I'm not sure if they changed it. Is where it
Pretty sure
starts
it's 40 now.
They've
40%.
dropped it. They have dropped
If
it.
it's below 40, then it's gonna
start
the armor
affecting.
penetration from all weapons is gonna be increased.
Okay, so that's the sort of somewhere around 40 to 60% is
around-
your
you can also lose your head armor as well.
Yeah. So if you get hit in the head once, your head armor's gone. So
Okay.
no matter what you get hit again in the head with, you're dead.
yeah. Okay.
Well, most of the time you're gonna be dead anyway from one shot from a headshot with armor
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Next hit you take will be
Mm.
killing you.
All over. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess the last thing we could talk about with just the types of things would be the types of grenades. What are they? Elk, we haven't heard you for a while.
Flashbang, Molotov, HE, smoke, decoy. Decoy's just crap. Don't even bother about it.
Mate, don't listen to them.
They can be
Decoys-
handy for AWPers, definitely.
They're probably handy for AWPers and fake flashes. And there's a glitch where you can throw a decoy, and if you throw a flashbang in the exact same spot, nobody will see the flashbang on your team, but all the enemies will get blinded.
Okay.
They're working on fixing that one.
It's a bit.
I would hope so.
If you don't know, decoy essentially it's the cheapest item in the game, and when you throw it, it'll replicate the sound of your primary weapon firing, or if you don't have a primary weapon, then your pistol.
Yeah.
So, and then an enemy will hear that, and it'll show up on their radar
Yeah.
as a
A
red
dot,
saying
yeah.
there's an enemy over there. But most of the time, apart
It's-
from like
It's
silver
pretty
scrubs.
obvious. That
Yeah,
you
it's
can
pretty
tell.
obvious that
You
it's a
can
decoy.
pick up on the fire pattern, so it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty sure it's like a 3 burst and then a spray and then a 3 burst again with the AK.
And the other thing as well is it's going to get thrown, generally speaking, in a place where they don't have line of sight of you anyway. So why would they be
Well,
firing? Is that
That's
right?
the plan, but most people just buy it to even out their money and just peg it out of the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
even out their money.
with 5 decoys in the air, wish us luck, we're gonna win this round.
Yeah.
That's what I sometimes do.
Probably the only time I've ever seen them be effective is if you do a fake decoy rush. So you throw flashes and smokes, but at the same time your teammates are throwing decoys.
Okay.
And then you-
say on Dust, if you smoke and flash B tunnels, and then you throw decoys behind them, and then your other teammates throw decoys behind them, while your teammates rotating around going to A. Sometimes it might trick one or two players to rotate over.
Over to
You
B, yeah.
usually can pick them up while they're rotating, so it usually means that the enemy team is rushing with their knives because you run faster with your knife, and you can usually catch them unawares as they're moving to the other side.
Yeah. Cool.
But another advantage of the decoy is you can also use it to cover up your sound of your footsteps when running through certain areas. So maybe you'd throw it in the middle of the map and you're going through lower tunnels or upper tunnels. The gunfire would cover up where you're running or what direction you're coming from or going to.
Yeah.
So that's also handy.
We've talked it up so much, and it's still just.
Yeah. I love how you guys. We've got four.
Benefits, all these
Yeah.
benefits, but it takes up a grenade slot, and that's like another flashbang or a.
Another
Molotov.
smoke or whatever. Yeah.
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 Well, you
Which
can have
could
one
be the
of
deciding
every.
factor to the round.
There's one of every. You can have one of every grenade in your inventory. This is in competitive, at least. You can have one of every grenade. You get 4 slots. You can have only one of each grenade, except a flashbang, which you can have 2 of. So you could have a smoke, a Molotov,
And two
2
flashbangs.
or you could just
Yep.
get a decoy for no reason. Waste a
Waste
grenade slot.
the flash effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what if we were going to jump into a competitive game, maybe more than anything else, but a competitive game? What's the sort of basic things that we'd hear? So, Reebelt, would you know what if someone said an eco round? What would you think we were talking about?
I've seen a couple of videos on like how CS:GO works. Eco, but from a pretty noob perspective, I guess. Like,
So I'm right with you.
Not spending that much money. I guess like you spend money per round.
Mhm.
So I guess, I think like some of the guns are like quite expensive. Like I think an orb is pretty expensive, and so is an AK, or like a. So I guess like buying guns that are cheaper.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I think it's more akin to, for League of Legends terms, an eco round is generally where you buy the minimum amount required to be effective. So say get off the starter pistol because it will not penetrate their armor.
And pretty
So in
much
League
don't
of
buy anything
Legends,
else.
you probably go, look, I've got 1200 gold, I need 1600 gold for an item, but I need a pick-me-up because I'm back at base. And so you might pick up something like an extra Doran's ring or a blade, just to give you that little bit extra edge in combat, because you still want to keep a certain amount of money to get that next item that will make you way more effective quicker.
Yep. So you're effectively saving what you can and buying what you need for that round.
So basically, if someone calls eco, say the guy that's doing all the calls an eco, you have about 2,500 money out of 16.
Yep.
Probably, my opinion, I would buy a P250 and nothing else. Maybe a flashbang.
So
That's it. I wouldn't want to let my money drop below 2,000 because in the next round I won't be able to buy grenades.
Yeah.
So are you
A smoke
essentially?
might be an exception, but that's about it.
Or like
So,
a flashbang.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just
are you essentially potentially dropping around so that you can win the next round? Is
Yeah.
that?
Basically.
It might be like in League, deliberately losing a tower to not give away kills.
yeah, you're letting a lane push because you know you can get more CS with the tower bit down. Also, something. It's not a direct
Yeah.
relation,
It's
but
really hard to liken the two games because they're
they're very different types of games.
Yeah.
But that's cool. What else? What might we hear, guys?
We've got a full save. that should really be obvious.
Okay, so that's the same sort of concept.
It's
Don't buy
basically
anything.
buy nothing. Try and get as many kills as you possibly can. You will lose that round.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed you're going to lose that round unless the enemy team are throwing.
Well,
Yeah.
ideally, well, in my opinion, on a full save, you're all 5 trying to get the bomb down because the bomb gives you an additional
Money.
$800 on top of your
Whatever your round,
for the
yeah.
win or the loss bonus anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on a full save, you're trying to at least take 1 or 2 weapons off the enemy team by killing a player, and trying to get a bomb plant down.
Okay.
So you can get that extra money, have a few extra grenades in the next round.
Just
Yep.
trying to do damage as much as possible, pretty much.
Fair enough. So and then you've got different like types of gameplay as well. So you've got that's how you would do your buying sort of thing. So you got a force buy, you got an eco, you got you buy a full, once everyone has enough money, you'll buy whatever your preferred weapons are, or with so what about strategy wise? So there's the classic meme, rush B, whatever it is, that. Yeah, exactly. So,
Pretty much, yes.
so you've obviously generally on a bomb plant. I'm not sure. Most maps you've got what two bases, so A and B
All maps.
to bomb
all
sites.
to-
Okay,
Well, and
in competitive. Yep.
Yeah.
So 2 sites. So you've got a rush. Now that's obviously everyone runs there real fast.
Yeah, pretty
Normally
much.
it'd be running there as fast as you can, the shortest way possible, but also having some sort of gun that you can basically just spray and pray. Just hopefully you kill as many
P90
guys as you
bullets?
can and get
Yeah.
to sight as fast as
P90,
possible.
Tech 9.
So you don't run in with a pistol, with a sniper rifle.
No, definitely not. That
Well,
would be
no,
uh,
running.
it's kind of like a jog if you're running with the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
If you set it up right, say if you have 4 guys pushing for first, and you have the sniper rifle to come back in and then just lock down the side at the end, it's still fine to do a rush. The only reason that it wouldn't work is if you say let's rush B and then the AWP's first in.
Yeah, AWP
Yeah.
never goes in first. It's basically giving them a free kill and possibly an AWP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
the
not good,
disadvantage.
especially
It's it's never good.
walking into an AWP is definitely not something fun to do.
No. Well, you don't last very long.
No,
Many
and if you
words
do
have
give
been
them
said.
Yeah,
free
none of
AWP.
them pleasant.
No.
If you do give them a free AWP, then you're giving them at least, I think it's like 4,600 cash.
Yeah,
Gold
but
worth, yeah. Or
But
sorry.
cash
you're
worth, sorry.
Also giving them another possible round after the one that you
Yeah.
are going to lose.
Because you've given them effectively
Just given them
an AWP,
a
yeah.
gun that will annihilate you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if you say you win the round, but one person saves with that AWP, that gives them a major chance in the next round because
Yep.
that person won't have to
Boy.
buy anything again. He'll
Definitely maybe
have
a
Pardon me.
one
Well, yeah,
person-
so he can buy armor and then effectively buy someone else a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
basically,
your
yep.
friend
Yep.
If you
Okay.
get someone saving an AWP or like a rifle, usually you're gonna the next round you're probably gonna get that person if they have the money to like drop maybe a few pistols or a rifle for a teammate and counter something called a force buy basically
Or
where
quasi.
you don't have or a quasi buy where you don't have a full amount of money where you would want something like on the T side you want your AK-47s, maybe an AWP, 4 grenades, and Kevlar and a Zeus if you're Eastern, and then but sometimes as soon as you lose a round you're getting very little money, but if you've got someone who's saving a big weapon like an AWP or a AK, you're able to put them out and try and do a 1-for-1 trade or a 1-for-0 trade where you get the advantage, then you can pick up their weapon, and then suddenly, just because of this one weapon you've saved, and the team buying up around you, you've suddenly got the advantage just because of this one weapon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You kill 2 enemies. You've effectively stolen 2 weapons from the one stolen AWP last round.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've basically equipped your entire team.
Counter-Strike, in that sense, Counter-Strike, in my opinion, is one of the most intense games to play if you're playing properly.
Yep.
Because at any moment
Yeah.
the game can just flip on its head. So it could be, first to 16 wins.
Okay.
So it would be, say you have 15 rounds and they have 1, and then within the next 10 minutes, game's over and they've won.
Yeah.
So
Well, it'd be a
tied,
draw.
tied, yeah. Sorry.
Unless you're playing on another sort of thing where you can go into overtime, but
Because-
on CS:GO matchmaking, that's go 15-15,
doesn't
game's
exist.
over. It's a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So, so I guess, so we got just to track back to sort of other things that we might hear in a normal game, because you guys are going to talk about it as soon as we start talking about competitive gaming. Anything else you can think of that you want to explain at the moment, or we'll just cover them when we get to it?
In your typical game, in like a matchmaking, just do up by yourself, find some randoms, you'll probably hear something called play for picks or play slow. Essentially, this is more on the T side, on this terrace side, where instead of going out to find the counter terrace, you sort of play back, stick to your side of the map, and wait for either an aggressive push by the CTs or make them use all their smoke grenades and use all their flashbangs, trying to bait you out or, you know, kill you basically.
Play
And
off their
then-
mistakes.
Yeah, suddenly you've got the advantage, you haven't even pushed anywhere. Because
Yeah.
they have no grenades, or they're all rotating to a site because they think you're faking, or... It's a good way to mess with their heads, essentially.
Yeah.
Because they're worried that...
And I can imagine that sort of thing would work extremely well if you've rushed or you've played a certain way, whatever it might be, for 3 rounds in a row. You might have even won those 3 rounds, and then they're expecting you to do the same thing because it's working, and you do something like that, that'll mess with their head, like you say.
Yeah, me and Easton had an example exactly like that today. We've been rushing B 4 rounds in a row because we'd lost every round up until we did B rushes. So we're like, alright, we'll just keep doing this is working. And then, by the time that we had enough money to be able to play for picks, the enemy had started stacking B side.
Yeah.
Used
Just
all
ran
their
out.
nades and stuff. When we went to go to A side, we took A side. They didn't even bother to come because by that time they knew they didn't have the ability to retake the
To
site.
retake site, so they've saved.
Well, it
They
was
just
a
saved
high
all their
risk.
weapons and ammo.
It was
yeah.
too high a risk to lose weapons and lose round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
The importance of saving.
Yeah.
that many rounds lost, after that many rounds win, their economy would be pretty much reset by that point. So they
Yep.
wouldn't be able to buy properly next round.
So economy reset. Sorry, it's another term. So when you say their economy is reset, you mean that their money amount has gone down enough that the next round is basically they're buying what they've got. You know, they earn a certain amount off the next round, and that's what they have to buy for their guns.
Yeah. So if you lose, and correct me if I'm wrong here, say 5 rounds in a row, you get max loss bonus, which is 3,800 per round.
Yeah,
I think it is.
apart from T side, if you're saving, you get nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
No.
Those
Yeah.
CTs get money no matter what.
Yeah.
things I've seen happen before is you purposely go around
Yeah.
to reset their economy. If you have enough money, it's a viable option. So when you reset their economy, they will no longer get that losing bonus. They will start from the original losing bonus, which is 1,400.
1,400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So it
they
halves
won't
their money they earn passively.
they
Yeah,
won't have the
for
money
for losing a round.
So it
Yeah.
gives you a couple of free rounds.
Advantage.
Yeah.
pretty
It's your static income.
All right, you're still with us, Reebelt? Everything making sense?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, nice. All right, so
We might see him playing with us in the next couple of days.
yeah, throw him in comps, man. Oh wait, he's got 11 account.
He's got to get to level 6.
Error 4 and 4.
Eagle Nova 17.
17 for 420 hashtag whatever.
Oh,
Anyway,
Yeah, you've got to have stars and hashtags in your name. Apparently, it's really.
that's right. And equal signs. Equal signs are great.
Hashtag.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. That's episode 2. Next week we'll look into the competitive games, how the matchmaking works, different roles that you can play in the game. You know, things you come across in your solo queue, if you call it, in your competitive. So thanks so much for watching. Socials are on the screen. You've got the Facebook website. We have our actual website. We have the forums. And if you ever want to have a chat to any of us or jump into any games, jump into TeamSpeak. The details are on the screen there. We're all pretty friendly. Australian based. So if you're in Australia or New Zealand, you have a nice quick ping to it. And we're all pretty friendly. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.